Alright.
What do you want to talk about?
Remember that thing way back when where there was clowns in the woods?
Mm-hmm.
There was like reports on it?
Yeah.
Remember that old thing where people were afraid to deal with the clowns that were coming in and stuff?
Yeah, we're people. I'm trying to remember what were they like. I do remember.
Well, basically they were just there to scare, and we thought it was in the timing of the It movies.
Yep.
Like the first It movie of the more modern one, not the Tim Curry one with a more like the really scary one that they tried to reboot it with. And I think what they tried to do with the clowns deal was like people thought it was a deal that was connected with a film because they were coming out and they were scaring you, and there was cases where people were driving along or something and the clown would just pop out. I'm already not a big fan of clowns.
Me neither, yeah.
But when it's like that, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, you never know. They could be in any type of woods, you know, with the clown things. But
the clown woods, where the clowns come out and go.
I always get startled by clowns.
But yeah, I did.
Don't take much.
I did hear about something like that. I don't know, where was the reporting they saw that? Do you remember what states?
Different states, various reports, different states, different places.
Wasn't it like all over the
And
place?
I remember like people were like freaking out and they're making a big deal out of it. And and some of the way the people in the clown suits just did things, it was just like, what the hell?
Exactly.
You know, in itself. And I think it faded off after the first It movie.
Mm-hmm. I think it did.
I think the clown reports did, but I gotta tell you, like whenever I see a clown mask in a Halloween store, I'm just like, oh hell no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a
big fan. I
wasn't ever a big fan of clowns.
Yeah, I'm never a big fan of clowns. Well, what do you think? What do you think of the It movies themselves?
I'm just gonna ask you that. What do you asked me first? But okay. Well, the It movies, I thought it was pretty spooky, and the way the first one started with the little boy getting his arm.
Oh yeah, they really showed the detail in the first, because in the Tim Curry one it was just implied. Mm-hmm. You're just like, oh, that's not good. But then in like this one, it's like they straight up show it, and you're just you want some shit.
You want some candy?
Yeah, want some candy? You're looking at it, you're just freaking out, and I'm just like, oh, why the hell did they have to show all that imagery?
I know.
They went brutal with the death scenes.
Wasn't he moving too with his arm bleeding out?
Yeah. I don't know what how they edited it, where it's like animatronic or what.
I take it back to that Quiet Place Part 2.
Oh.
Remember where the poor kid, he gets trapped in that bear trap. And,
oh yeah, that was a harsh scene in there.
I was like...
But at that point, you got to be quiet, so the moment he makes it sound like they're screwed. They are screwed. They make it through, but I gotta tell you, the boy did not help some things.
So that
with that scene.
That reminded me of that Part 2 movie, you know?
That was pretty good. The scene, the Quiet Place one.
Yeah, it was. I like that. I like how they used how she had something with the powers to the air. Yeah. Or what was it? She using like sound or something and made those weird monsters go act all weird.
Oh yeah, I got a kick out of that.
Yeah, me too.
Though I think it was hinted at though in the first one that by using that it would deter the creature in the first one. There was like a scene where they're down in the basement near the very end, the first one, and it's just like, you know.
I'm trying to think what. Oh, you're talking about the first part one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, and the first one was hinted at, but. Then the second one, they really went full out and were just like, we know what we can use to take out these monsters. Exactly. So we're going to start doing...
I don't think they should have killed off the father, you know. I think the father...
I really like John Krasinski as an actor.
Too, yeah.
But like... then again, it's just like... I think they needed the stepped up the ante. Gotcha. You know? I think with any horror movie, a lead character is probably going to get killed off within
the
length of the
I don't know if you guys ever saw Hunt, but that was a movie he recommended to me. Remember that Hunt movie?
The Hunt movie.
What was that girl that was in that movie?
What was it?
I can't think of her name.
I don't know. It's Emily something?
Yeah, Emily.
Blunt? Is it Blunt?
I don't know if her last name.
I don't know if it's probably not.
But it was I thought she would maybe survive. I was rooting for that character. First 4 minutes in the movie, she ends up dying, you know. Getting killed off by a bomb or something.
I've seen that be a trope in movies lately, recent years and stuff. The whole thing where you're expecting these characters to live, then they get killed off.
Exactly.
Like Deadpool 2, if you've ever seen that one. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
I've seen that one.
Basically in that one, there's this troop that is gathered by Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool character. And it's this group to take out this bad guy that he gets, and it's his team he creates and stuff, and they die within like 2 minutes after being created.
Deadpool 2 you're talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah. There's this one girl who lives from the group and stuff because she has the power of being lucky and stuff. So she lands on a nice balloons, all right. Everybody else, terrible deaths. One goes right into like a compactor or a shredder of some kind. There's just blood everywhere. And then there's one that just gets hit by a car. There's one that was a cameo by Brad Pitt, gets electrocuted. It's this character that was like invisible or something.
You remind me of...
Gets electrocuted.
I don't know if you ever seen this movie, but I know I did, but Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I never got a chance to see that one. What's that one about?
You heard of that, though?
I've heard of it.
Dude, it's like these two redneck type guys, like certain... I'd say they're country boys, like, and they go out and he's like fixing up a cabin and stuff, and it needs a lot of work and stuff. But so all these kids are saying about how their parents got murdered, or one kid said that, and so what happens basically, all these kids start kind of like, they think they take this one kid hostage or something, but they're just trying to help her. They're not evil or anything, and all these other kids think they're like killer. Something they did this kill, and they go to the cops one time. The Dale or Tuck, one of them, they're like, "These kids are just out here killing themselves." I would have to show you a clip of it, but dude, the movie's this one kid just jumped right in the wood chipper, and he got chipped. Dude, the movie.
So these kids are causing their own incidents, right? Basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
It reminds me of that, it was a commercial or something, where these kids, they're in a horror movie and they don't think logically. They're just like, oh, do we run towards that fully gassed car or to the shed full of machetes? Shed full of machetes, hurry!
Yeah.
So I saw that commercial.
Wasn't it like a Geico or something?
I think it was Geico. And it said, after it said the Geico thing, it says, you don't think well when you're in a horror movie. And I've seen so many horror movies, like... One of my favorites is Scream, and it's just like Scream is one of my favorite ones. That's going to be getting a new movie soon. I want to address that.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's going to be like a Scream 5, but they just call it Scream, like the first one.
Let's see if I can show you that Dale versus Tucker one.
Right. But like in that one there, they actually talk about, in like the first Scream movie, they talked about the tropes in horror movies that are backwards where people don't think logically.
Oh, really?
And then they go and not think logically, and then do stupid things like they do in a horror movie. But it was funny because they pointed it out, and that made it original.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I liked about the Scream series.
I never really I don't know if I saw a Scream. I think I saw one. It wasn't the guy like he was a masked killer.
Yeah,
right?
the masked one.
And then when you get on the phone with people, I'm right here.
What's your favorite scary movie? I've seen like a lot of parodies of that.
How many movies did they make of the Scream movie? I never really got
they've made 4 that I've seen, and that people have seen probably. But the 5th one is going to be coming out, I think, in 2022.
2022?
Yeah. I'm eager to see that one.
Sure.
But, yeah, it seems interesting. When talking about the scary movies themselves, there's so many parodies of this first Scream movie.
I never saw the first. I don't know if I saw the first one. What was the first one about? What did you say?
Well, the first one's a really good one. I don't really want to... I don't know if I want to spoil the twist for you.
No, don't spoil it.
Okay, I'll try to do it in a way it doesn't spoil the twist.
Maybe I saw it,
but it's one of those movies, horror movies, that knows it's a horror movie. Mm-hmm. And so everybody's just talking about how ridiculous other horror movies are. Like Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street. But yet they're living their own Nightmare on Elm Street kind of storyline.
True.
Yeah, and I don't want to reveal the twist to him about the killers, who the killers are. But I really recommend that you check out the first one if you haven't, because that's if you don't see any rest of the series, see the first one.
What year did they make the first one? Did you say?
I think the first one was, I want to say 1996, but maybe it's 1995. The first one. No, I think it was 1996 is when they made the first Scream movie. Really enjoyed that one. I also enjoyed the Scary Movie parody that they did, where they had popcorn going and they did like all the tropes in the movie and stuff. And the whole plot was basically a parody of the first Scream movie, first Scary Movie. Yeah. They've made several Scary movies now, 5.
Yeah,
at least.
Now they're on 5, you said.
Yeah, but I also I got a discount movie one time. I saw it at a yard sale or something. It's called Shriek. It was another parody of Scream, but it was even stupider.
So let's explain to the audience what's the most messed up movie we saw. We have to go with that summer.
Midsummer?
Midsummer.
Oh, Midsummer.
Unless you can think of something worse than that, but Midsummer is pretty...
Midsummer was like a psychological twisted film that for me, it's just like... visually, it's just like they're all walking into just chaos.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a kind of a cult atmosphere. And
and then they kill the old guy, you know, he goes off a
cliff,
and then he doesn't die, and they all make weird noises like...
Yeah, it was one of those films that when you look at it, you're just like, this is just twisted.
Yeah.
And but you know that they're gonna go full twisted with the whole movie. Like once you see the first part, like in the beginning where they see the old man dies and stuff, and then how they kill off the old man because he didn't completely die. You're just when you see that, you know the tone of the movie.
Exactly.
By the time you see that, and that's
that
about
movie was
20 minutes in.
Fudged up.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. And
what else?
I'm trying to think of another one that I saw that was fudged up. Oh, Jeepers Creepers. I don't know if you've ever seen that one. That was one of those films where it was like this creature takes the skin of its victims and stuff.
Yeah, that was...
That fudged me up the first time I watched the full Jeepers Creepers.
Was that the one with
the first one?
Was that the one where they get stranded on the bus or something?
That's the sequel.
Oh, that's a sequel.
The third one, I saw the third one out. I never saw the third one. I did see the one where they're on the bus, and I thought that was okay.
Yeah.
But for me, the first one is the real scary one.
Because he took the skin off people. You think?
Yeah, that was.
They make masks out of them.
That's more like Leatherface. See, this one just kind of kept the whole bodies and like the skins. You know, there was like a scene in there where they get down in this cave and looking around. They get that scary moment. I never saw the first Chainsaw Massacre film. Never saw that one. Really. That's one of the ones that I probably gotta check out sometimes. Somebody who likes horror movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But
I saw that Candyman recently, that new one.
Well, there was an older version.
And there's an old
90s.
one.
There's an older '90s version.
But this one was brought back like to the older one, I would say, because it brought back like main guy at the end of the movie, I would say. Not to spoil it, but I kind of did. This is spoil it for this one, but it was. Oh,
they got the guy from the '90s version in on the.
At the end, I think they did. Yeah, I haven't seen the '90s in a while, but at the end it looked like it. Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
And then the people in the whole movie just seems like they're trying to test their luck with this Candyman. They just kept on going to the mirror, Candyman, and then next thing. This little kid was trying to go in with his sisters and stuff, but they're like, oh, you're not old enough to play this game, blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, at the end, he sees them all get freaking murdered, you know? So it's like,
it's fudged up.
Get killed, you know? So that's kind of fudged up, and he's just like shocked, you know? You see all blood all over the floor, and it's a mess.
Twisted.
It's a twisted movie, but it was interesting, I guess. Kind of horror, and then he's got bees all around him, and
not the bees!
Then he gets stung by a bee. It's like, shit. This guy can't get a break from bees. You know? Well,
it kind of reminds me of remember the whole Bloody Mary storyline where it's just you go to the mirror and you say her name so many times? Mm-hmm. This kind of seems like a reinterpretation of that premise.
That's what I was thinking, too.
Just with bees. More bees. It's like somebody looked up this urban legend and is like, needs more bees.
Yeah.
Right? But, like... as far as horror movies goes, I'm all in on trying to see that eventually.
Gotcha. Cool. I think it's a little twist for you. You'll like it when it comes out on DVD or whatever you're doing.
The way I am anymore is just like I wait till it comes out.
Yeah, might as well.
I get it that way. Usually.
Don't want to waste it in the theater.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I just feel like I go to a movie theater anymore and I don't necessarily
need it.
Well, I go there and I don't necessarily know if I'm walking into a good movie or a bad movie.
Same here.
I mean, I know you see the ratings system on things.
But that doesn't mean it's our rating.
Well, it doesn't mean that it applies to the audience so much in the aspects of if they'll definitely like it or not.
True, yeah.
You know? Don't get me wrong, you could be walking into a good rated film.
Like a 98?
98 film, right?
And then you think it's a 25 at the best.
Yeah, you think that the film is just reiterating tropes you've seen before.
Yeah.
And it's not bringing anything new to the table. Mm-hmm. But audiences like some reiterations. Mm-hmm. Copy and paste sometimes, you know? But don't get me wrong, I've seen some good ones this year so far. Like recently I saw Free Guy.
That was good.
I love that storyline. Even though I've seen the premise of the storyline before.
Free Guy was good, though. What was that part where he had his buddy in there? That dude,
I like that.
What was his name?
Well, dude was the muscular guy.
Yep.
We had to fight against.
Hey, guy over there. What did he say at that?
Like when his friend showed up again.
Yeah.
He's like, no. I love that part in the film. I like Free Guy because I like the video game aspect.
Yeah, that was cool. I liked it too.
He just decides to be a good guy and level up.
What else did we? What movies did we see at the theater?
Oh, the recent ones?
Yeah.
Like recently, you mean we went to go see that Suicide Squad movie?
Yep, we did. Okay.
I know
what else did we go see?
Talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, we saw Suicide Squad. Oh, we went to go see Black Widow.
Oh, Black Widow was pretty good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that one. Marvel knows how to really create good movies.
Yeah, they do. They did a good job.
Though, I'm kind of waiting for a big flop to come around in movie form eventually because they're doing so many movies that there's got to be one that's not going to hit at all.
That's right.
It's not going to hit well with the audience at all.
True. Like Marvel, right?
Well, like with Marvel, one of the ones that Marvel does eventually. Like I've heard about one that didn't set well was called Iron Fist.
Sounds familiar.
That was a TV, one of their Marvel TV shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently it just didn't seem like a ripoff or something. People didn't like it.
What's that movie that's...
I heard about that one.
What's that Marvel movie that's out now? Called Shang-Chi, 10 Rings or something?
Oh, it's called Shang-Chi, I believe, in the 7 Rings or something.
Oh, okay. That's supposed to be like 90-something%, but...
Well, it's probably pretty good.
But you're walking into a 2-hour and 10-minute, 12-minute film.
I gotta tell you, the new one that I'm really looking forward to.
What are you looking
for Marvel is
Spider-Man.
No Way Home. Yeah.
When's that come out? Not just December.
In December, yeah.
And does they got the Peter guy on it still?
Well, the thing is, they're saying that it's all the Peters. The rumor is that all the Peters from the different worlds. Remember Tobey Maguire's iteration?
Oh, that he was cool.
Yeah, well, they're saying that he might be in the movie as that Spider-Man.
You serious?
And remember the other reboot before
that will make it a good movie then.
Yeah, but not only that, but remember the one that they did Andrew Garfield before they did the more recent one? Andrew Garfield was Spider-Man. He was in the Amazing Spider-Man movie.
Was he a cartoon guy?
Oh no, he wasn't a cartoon. He was in there's 2 Amazing Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
And one had Jamie Foxx, I believe it was, as the Electro villain.
Maybe I didn't see those.
I don't know. But they're going to have, that's what I heard, is they're going to have all the Spider-Mans from the previous films connect in this one.
Be like together?
Yeah. And looking at the trailer, I think it's very much a possibility because they got Doc Ock, who was in the Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2. Mm-hmm. He comes into this film. He was in the trailer.
Oh, wow.
Playing the same character. Sure. So it just makes me think that with all the villains kind of coming out, that you're going to get the other Spider-Mans in there too.
That's awesome.
But also because I've seen so many people talking about that aspect and looking at the trailer that came out recently, it just kind of fits with the speculation. So my prediction on the No Way Home Spider-Man movie is like everybody else's, where it's just like you're going to get all the Spider-Mans. They're going to have to save the day, defeat all the bad guys together as a team. It's probably where the main story is right there.
Yeah, that's pretty good though.
And if that's the case, I'm more than eager for it.
Me too. If they bring Tobey Maguire back, that'd
be dope.
That would be cool. Because what Spider-Mans was he in originally? The first.
Well, he was in the first 3 that they'll put out there. I think he was the first. I think he was the first live-action Spider-Man movie.
How many did he do?
3. The first one I really liked. I thought that was good. I like the Doc Ock one, second one.
Who was that? Who was that guy that was the green guy in there? The Goblin.
Green Goblin was in the first one. William Dafoe.
He was pretty.
I think I heard his voice in the No Way Home trailer.
Did you really?
Yeah. Cool. Before they rolled out this green ball in the trailer.
They should bring the Green Goblin back. He was pretty cool.
I think he's going to be in it.
He got killed. He got killed off so quick. I think in that movie. Didn't he die in the first one? At the end.
Yes. Because he started fighting Peter and
and just didn't go.
Yeah.
And that was that one dude's dad.
Yeah, but then it's like the son played by James Franco.
Yeah, Franco.
He looks at it and goes, "You killed my dad."
Exactly. So it's like shit. So you pretty much become enemies with him.
Yeah. I kind of wonder like how much of the cast from the Tobey Maguire films, Spider-Man films, and one with Andrew Garfield are going to be entering this No Way Home film. I mean, I know we got a sneak peek at Doc Ock in the trailer and stuff. But I don't know. I'm really eager to see where it goes.
Are you?
Yeah, a little bit obsessed with it.
Call of Duty? Or no. Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider-Man does whatever Spider-Man does. Spins a web if he can. Do. Look out! Here comes the spider dude! You know, I realized I was singing right now. Shit.
Yeah, why were you singing?
I don't. I can whistle too.
That's a good one.
I don't know.
Drawing a blank.
What's your thoughts on the concept of ghosts?
Those scary, eh?
Yeah, they're scary, but
I don't have to really think of them because I haven't seen one in person, but I don't want to see one either because I don't need to be scared the shit out of. So, what's your opinion of them?
my opinion
are you
is
the same way as me?
Well, if I don't see any ghosts, I'm okay.
Me too.
That'd be spooky. So we hear just sounds.
Don't you fall out? He falls out of bed sometimes. Startles himself.
Okay, I'm gonna be making sounds on this and just act surprised. Just. Oh my gosh, it's a ghost. Like honestly, in like movies, I swear to God, they're just reacting to the sounds.
What was that movie?
That's it.
Did you ever see that one show? It was actually a show. It was a TV show. I don't know if you ever got into it, but it was called Ghost Whisper.
Oh yeah, I love that show. My mom and me watched that.
You did?
Yeah.
I used to watch that a bunch. What was her name? Melinda something? And she would like talk to ghosts and stuff.
Well, I think her character was named Melinda, I think.
Yeah, but she would help ghosts cross or something or.
Yeah, I always liked where they went with the show, where it's just she's helping them out. Though they let some episodes get really spooky.
Did they really?
Yeah, like she's helping out this one ghost that's in denial, but the way the ghost would show up is just out of nowhere, just like.
Yeah, that does.
I'm sort of kind of evil right now, but later in the episode, you find out why.
Oh yeah,
that kind of shit.
Yeah,
well, I did get a kick out of it.
Did you did you see it on TV or did you have episodes?
Well, with Ghost Whisperer, there was an actual really episode that really kind of was like really super sad.
Did you have it on DVD?
Oh yeah, I got those series on DVD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
My mom's seen it all the way through. I have seen it too.
Nice.
I liked where it went. But
what got spooky? What you say?
Huh?
What got spooky? You said.
Oh, there's one episode that really got kind of really sad, super sad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's spoilers and stuff.
That's fine.
Basically, like her husband gets killed off in an episode.
Yeah, I do remember.
And then like he comes back as somebody else, but it's not necessarily him.
Oh yeah,
that was a weird.
That was a weird thing.
I
did remember that. What did the husband die of though? Did
he got shot because some cop interfered or something in the show or something, and he was going to take out the bad guy, but
he got shot.
But he missed and then got him. Got him instead.
Then some other spirit went into him.
Well, he went into somebody else's body, so he could stay with that, I believe, Melinda character that Jennifer Love Hewitt plays.
It was fudged up. Yeah, that was fudged up.
Well, I gotta tell you, there's even a more fudged up show with an actual fudged up ending, in my opinion.
What's that?
Medium. I don't know if you've ever seen Medium. She sees ghosts too. It's kind of like the Jennifer Love Hewitt show, only I think I wonder if it came first. And basically in Medium stuff, she sees things and can interact with dead people. But at the very end of the show, her husband gets killed off.
Oh, God.
And you find out that now he's gone and stuff. And that she was in denial or something. And then it ends with her finally reuniting with him when she's like 99 or something in a hospital bed. She's just like, you come for me.
God damn.
Yeah, it was one of those ones that made me go like, this ending.
Yeah.
They could have really revised the ending of it.
They kind of remind you.
And then they cut to like the end credits, I think, where they're showing like the cast or something, giving thanks to the cast or something. Kind of reminded me a little bit of how Marvel did it, where of the end of the Endgame movie, where they show the whole actors and they sign their name at the end of that.
Yeah,
that was part of the end credits scene. It was kind of like that with Medium too, where they just kind of
was that a series?
show the ending, then they cut to something else.
Was that a series or a show?
Yeah, it was a series, and I think the ending, in my opinion, made me kind of bummed with what they decided to do with it.
Oh, really?
I mean, they gave it an ending, but it's kind of one that makes you go,
I know. I think I ever was that on DVD or was that on TV?
both.
Really?
Yeah.
What year did they make the medium?
I think that was like a early 2000s to
But you would
2010, 11.
But you'd see Ghost in it.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's kind of like those it's kind of like Ghost Whisperer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I never watched it. The only thing I saw was that Ghost Whisperer. I don't think I ever saw the medium. Probably shoot back
Okay.
home, huh?
Well, have a good one.
Thanks for having me over today.
Yeah.
And goodbye, audience, for today.
See ya, audience.
Well, thanks for all the spooky stuff.
Spooky.
Ooh, have a good night, Ed.
Yeah,
and
you
thanks
too.
for having me over to Pot It.
Part.